Polyester core for half the stretch of ordinary line. Less stretch for a line so sensitive you feel fish you didn't even know were there.
Yeah. Okay.
What's going on YouTube? Today I'll be showing you guys a quick view at what I'm using for my door poppers right here in the Silverado. So let's go ahead and check it out. And at the moment I do have my door handles right now, but they're not functional. They're just there to cover up the hole because I haven't welded it closed. So that's why they're there. But everything else is pretty much going through the motion sensor and, you know, having the door pop open by itself. And the truck is not complete, of course, but I've been messing with it a little bit, and that's how I have it so far. But I'll go ahead and show you how it looks from the inside and just a couple of ways that I have of opening the truck right now. So I'll go ahead and open it up real quick and show you what I have on the door popper setup right here. Not much of the electrical today, but maybe another time, and I'll just show you how it works so far. So whenever I unlock it, it'll pretty much have it on a timer, and I can get in, you know, different ways. So I could just, you know, put my hand on here and it'll open the door. Or if I don't want to do that, sometimes maybe I could just kick it right here and it'll open the door as well. But that's what I have so far. But maybe later on I might change it. Or, you know, I actually had a motion sensor in the front, but it was like too sensitive, so I went ahead and took it off. But this is what I have so far. And that way, in case this one doesn't work or that one doesn't work, you know, I could still get in the truck. And of course, you do want to do something like a backup. So in case none of them work, then you can still get in your truck. But, you know, that would be a little bit separate right there. I'm just going to show you guys what I have so far on the door popper setup. So I'll go ahead and remove my door panel and raise up my window. That way I can get a better look for you guys at the actuators right here. And I do have a lot of holes right here because I was messing with it. At first I had a solenoid and it was real big and bulky, but it actually didn't last that long. And you know, it wasn't that great. So I ended up changing it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you right now how I have it inside. All right, so I got the door panel off right here, and I do have a lot of different dynamite in here because I've been messing with it for a while, but this is what it looks like. So here's a better look at the actuator that I'm using right here. So these are high powered and they work out real good, and also the space, because there's not a lot of space in here. And I'll go ahead and show you when I have the window down, but you can kind of see where it's hooked up to the top. So I like using these actuators right here because they're very high powered, and also, you know, it's very shallow, so there's not a lot of space in this area. And all I had to do, you know, was make a hook in this area to get to this latch, and it pretty much just pulls it down. So just like that, and that'll open your door. So it's basically pulling the latch down, kind of like if you were, you know, opening your door from right here. You can kind of see it. So it pulls it down. So when you do this, you know, it pulls it down, and that's what the actuator is doing, just pulling it down, and it unlatches the door so that you can open it up. And then the actual popper, you know, from right here will pop the door open. So you need both of those, and then of course, you know, they have to be wired up and everything like that. So essentially the actuator is just pulling the latch down and it unlatches it open. And I only have it wired up one way, so one of the wires is grounded, and then the other 12 volts is coming from the alarm, so that, you know, it'll release the latch down. So it only pulls down and never pushes up. And this is just a closer look at the latch right here, but I did go ahead and remove the factory, you know, plastics and pins that it had on here. So I took all that stuff off, and all it has right now is the actuator's hook right here, so nothing else. And you know, it just pulls it down. But to do this, of course, the door has to be unlocked. So if your door is locked, then it won't unlatch it. And right here I have another used one right here, so it's pretty much what it looks like. You know, something like this is very thin, and it's not too bulky like those, you know, solenoids that a lot of people like to use. But you know, you don't really need all that because it's just a latch that you're pulling down. You're not actually like pushing the whole door, you know, it's just a latch you're pulling. So I'll go ahead and try it out for you guys so you can kind of see the actuator working right here. So like that. So it pulls it down. And you know, that's pretty much it. So not too bad right there. And I'll go ahead and roll my window down right now so you can see how much clearance there is between the actuator and the glass right there. So here's a better example of the actuator right there. You can kind of see where the glass is real close to it because there's not a lot of room, and you can kind of see the hanger up there. So that's also why, you know, I like using these right here. And they also, you know, are very easy to wire up, so they're not hard at all, and it fits really good. So if I would have put that solenoid again, you know, that's why it starts getting in the way, and you know, they're too bulky. So this works out real good, and you can kind of see where it clears all the hanger and stuff like that. So it's very, very close. So it's very close right there, but those actuators, you know, fit real good, and these last a long time. So that's also why I like using them. And you know, it's not too hard to wire them up either. So I only have it wired up in one direction, so I can just pull the hanger down. And so this is just to open the door right here, but you do need a separate popper, and you can kind of see mine's right here. So it gets pressed in, and it, you know, pushes the door out whenever the door unlatches. And I did go ahead and put a screw right in this area. So from the factory, there's a grommet that goes on here, so I had to take it off because, you know, it broke after a while. And I put a threaded insert with a 10mm nut, And now it's much better because, you know, this one sticks out and it's solid versus that rubber. And, you know, whenever I close the door and pop it, it presses it out, which is pretty good right there. I'll try to get a quick look right here at how the pin pushes out the door, you know, on the stud right here. So you can kind of see right there. Just a quick look right here whenever you close the door, and it just pushes on that bolt head right there. So that's the setup I have right now on my door poppers for the Silverado. And if this video helped you out or you like this content, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're gone.